Let's see. Can you hear me shaking my headache pills? Hi, Teresa. I was trying to shoot for 6:30 Eastern time, and gosh, time goes by quick when you're trying to get ready for something, right? So I quick dashed into the potty and grabbed my water, but I didn't grab my headache pills. It was my Advil. Oh, pardon me. So got that out of the way. Woohoo! Now, lighting. That ought to be another fun thing to do. I've got this great light over my, it's 5:30 Central. Okay, yeah, an hour. All right. And my friend Jean. Jean, are you there? Did you connect live? My friend Jean is in Colorado, and I think she's 3 hours or 2. I just can't keep it straight anymore. Oh, yeah. I'm bad with numbers anyway. And time, I still need a digital clock. I never could tell a regular clock. I know Holly is in Arizona, and she's hoping to pop in. And I told my sisters that I was coming on live, but my one sister is into essential oils and a doTERRA representative, and she's teaching a class tonight. So busy, right? So I'm just going to wait a few minutes to see if a couple other gals might filter in. And I was trying to decide on something we could do. And I decided, I was thinking the other day about trying to draw some butterflies. So after my last escapade of painting snowmen, I figured, how much more can I embarrass myself? I might as well go for the gusto. Won't try butterflies. I'm going to just grab out maybe. I know one thing I didn't get. I love these eco pens. Would you like for me to post? Oh, Teresa, if you could, that would be fabulous. I don't know how to do any of that. And I don't know how to post, like, you know how that people, I say give you a warning, but they give you a heads up, like, you know, so-and-so is going to be on in 30 minutes. I don't know how to do that either. I'm a little challenged in this area. Maybe in Fibsville. I don't know. Would they let you post that in Fibsville? I know I pulled out my that out. I'm running out of my. I don't think this works. Hey, Laura. Nah, I think this one's dead. I can't tell if I have any. Oh, I think I'm just about out of ink on this one. Jean Gibson, my dear friend Jean. Hi, Jean. You figured it out. Girls, Jean Gibson is my sweet, sweet friend who moved from Pennsylvania to Colorado. And we've been doing some crafting on StreamYard together. Jean is a scrapbooker. She's got wonderful albums that she did of her boys and her family. And now she's doing cards. Her greeting cards are gorgeous. And I got one for my birthday. And I think I put it in my, she used the paint chip. I'm going to have to show off my card, Jean. See if I put it in my little journal here. Let me see if I can find it. Because I just keep popping things in my little pockets. And I knew it was a paint chip, but I had never, and I knew girls used them for cards. Look at this, girls. How cute is this? Okay, this big thing is a paint chip. And then she's got foil underneath, and then, of course, white. And then she die cut the flowers. Cool, right? I love it. It's in my book. Okay, let's see. Teresa, you are in Phibbsville, and Beth's. Oh, thanks. Thanks so much, Teresa. That's terrific. So, I've been just messing around today. Took my neighbor to pick up groceries earlier today and made some pockets. Kathy, I'm going to just put this up a little bit till we get started. Kathy and Colleen are doing that tag book, and I don't need to buy one more thing, really, to tell you the truth. And I had purchased this planner, I think probably a year or so ago. It was like clearance. It was like $5 or $6, but I never really used it. So I thought, well, why can't I put the little pockets here to store my tags in? So I was working on that this afternoon, putting pockets on my dividers. The problem is it's getting thick already without even the tags in there. So some of my pages are upside down. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out for me. But that's what I spent the afternoon doing. And I said to Holly, I need some energy, and I should get online and do something. So here we are. So I guess some of the girls say this is a live stream with live people. And I'll be chatting with those folks if you're watching the replay. And I'm going to attempt to draw and then paint or color a butterfly. My husband had brought me home this Arteza, I guess you call it mixed media book. It says it's acid free and it's ideal for wet and dry media. Never have used it or tried it. It's in the 90s here. My husband wants to grilled cheese and chili for dinner. Yeah, I just had a sandwich. It's just so muggy here. I don't know if I missed anybody. It looks like it's just the three girls here. I know Holly's going to come in, but I don't know if Holly's got to make dinner. Let's see, 3. No, it's still afternoon for Hall, so she should be in a little bit. So I'm not sure how this will take what I'm thinking I will do, but I had purchased a book for a couple of dollars, and I think it was called, I do have the cover somewhere, Butterflies and Birds. So when I was taking it apart to use the pages for journal pages, I thought, these butterflies are really cool. So I punched some of those Happy Planner punch holes in the side like Dee Dee uses. And it gives you a lot of information about the butterflies and some really nice pictures. So I thought if I tried to draw some and then color them in and do a little art page, I could have a nice collection of butterflies and maybe learn how to draw some. And I don't have to be perfect, right? Because they wouldn't all be perfect. Hey, Debbie, thanks for stopping in. So that's what I'm going to try. And then I was watching a video that Creation CC put up, I think last week. And she was doing a different type of background, and you're really supposed to let that dry. But I think I'm going to try it and try a speed it up version. So that's what I'm planning to do. I just have to pick out a simple, easy butterfly that I think I can draw to put on the background that I'm thinking about doing. So I don't think I want to do anything with a lot of crazy lines, at least not for the first time. Hey, there's my Holly. Hi, Hol. And, you know, kind of just see how it goes. But they have some crazy names. Like this one's called Question Mark. This butterfly is called Question Mark, and this one's called a comma. Now, all the pages are out of order because I was just ripping them out of the book and then decided to put them together here. So I'm just looking for something, you know, not too ugly, but not too difficult to draw. Actually, some of the caterpillars look cool too. And that guy's just a little blue thing, marine blue. Western pygmy. I do kind of like that blue. This might not be too bad because if I do this, looks like a fairly easy shape. Except for, like, you know, down there. We could kind of maybe fudge that, see how it goes. And the blue's pretty. And maybe I could do like a peachy pink kind of a background to try to set it off a little bit. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to attempt to do. So I'm going to try this Arteza mixed media wet and dry paper. And I'm going to try what Cece did. Now, she was using watercolor paint. I forget what brand she was using. And she wet her paper back and front, if I'm remembering correctly. And then she just put splotches of paint on her paper. Holly, Jean is my good friend from Colorado that I talk about all the time. And then she put saran, like a plastic wrap on top of it, and then she squished it and moved it, and you could see that paint moving. Now, she was going to let hers dry overnight. But I was wondering if I did the same kind of thing, but then pulled it off and used my heat gun, you know, it probably wouldn't leave markings as cool as she got, but it might kind of give me, you know, the same kind of look. Now, I pulled out a piece of cardboard here. Well, let me take out a piece of, now this is feels pretty heavy. It's supposed to be 110 pounds. But when I go to draw, I hate the glare that my glass work mat might give you, but we'll see how that looks because I don't want to. Oh, that's the Jean. Thanks, Hal. I don't want to get any of these lines from the cardboard. And I don't think I'm going to worry about taping off my edges because I don't really think I care too much about that. I did bring my Kurtaki watercolor out, but I think I'm going to take off this little perforated piece. And it's probably a good idea if I just work on the glass mat because she wet. Oh, Holly, she's always in hot water, that Holly of ours, isn't she? We got to give her a little bit of grace. It's so hot in Arizona. I don't think it's her fault. Now this paper is smooth. Oh, it's smooth on one side and has a texture on the back side. I tend to like the smooth. I think that's probably because I don't really know what I'm doing as far as watercolor goes. I do have a couple of watercolor brushes, if I can remember. I didn't think to pull those out. If I can remember where, oh, there's one. Remember to pull them out. I have a big one that I could really sop this paper with. I didn't get any clean water. That's crazy. That's crazy, Laura. Oh, and I need to get my plastic wrap. 1 moment, please. Luce, you're going to have to wait for Daddy. Mommy's busy. All right. So we've got the plastic wrap. And now I just need to find a little container. Oh, that'll do. Sorry, girls. When I start this, my mouth gets so dry. I don't really feel like I'm nervous, but I guess I am. All right, so I'm going to take this aside for right this second. And I'm going to put some clean water in here. And I'm just going to use this big wash brush to soak my paper. I could get up and go to the sink, okay? And full disclosure, I have a bum knee right now, so like I'm really would rather not get up unless I have to. So I keep a spray bottle at my desk, and that I can wet down my watercolor paint, but I also, I don't know if you guys do this, but I also fill my water brushes with this. I keep it on a hard stream most of the time, and if I need to fill my brush, I just go like that. You have to aim right, but then I can fill up my water brushes. So I don't know if that's a good tip or not, but there you have it. That's what I do. And then if I'm sitting at night in my comfy chair in front of the TV. Now, girls, I'm not really watching chat. It's a little far away from my old eyeballs. And if you put something in capital letters that I can see easily, it's easier to pick up, like a lot of the other girls will tell you. That will be helpful. All right, so here we go. Step 1. Cece just painted water on her paper and let it soak in, and she did both sides, and she said why she did both sides, but I wasn't paying that close attention. Now I hope my glass is clean enough that I'm not picking up any crud, but I think probably I might want the that's stuck down there. That's stuck down there pretty well. I've took all my fingernails off. All right, so now let me pull down my paint. So this is my Kortaki paint tray, and I think I want to go, I don't think I want to mix things because I really don't know what I'm doing mixing, and I don't really have like a pinky color, but let me get some orange, maybe a little orange, and being that butterfly is going to be blue, how about a little maybe a little turquoise? Let's see what that looks like. This could be like really gross, and look not so great. So I'm going to put my watercolor brush in water and get that loaded up. I'll put my mop brush aside, and I'm just going to make little splotches of color because I'm going to put the butterfly maybe towards the middle. Hey, Sharon Lombard, how are you? Thanks for stopping in. And I'm going to add some of the darker. And I guess I do want something behind my butterfly. But of course, I don't want the colors to get muddy. This is where, if you knew what you were doing, would really be helpful. I think I'm going to put this lighter in here. And then maybe around the outside edge. I'm going to do that. Now she took a piece of plastic wrap and put down on top of her painting. Now she was doing some abstract, this is a Creation CC. She was doing abstract marks, and then she was putting a message showing how to do a simple message on a painting. But she put down her plastic wrap and just started to push it in to create some different, a different kind of a look and an easy kind of a background. Welcome back, Teresa. Now, like I said, she said she was going to let her sit overnight. And I think she went around and she saw shapes in hers and leaves and flower. I mean, it was beautiful. But of course, I'm not going to leave mine sit overnight. I'm going to see if I can use my heat gun. I'm going to rip this off like a Band-Aid and see if I can dry it enough with my heat gun. Hello, Nancy Miller. And see if I can dry it enough with my heat gun to then be able to draw on top of it. Debbie, you probably could tell me if I'm going to be able to do that or not. Because, I mean, I did put quite a bit of water on there. But I've not used... That really looks cool. I think that looks cool. All right, so I apologize for this noise. Probably should. Let's see. Look my back as well. You know what? I have a light over here. It's very warm. I'm going to put that on. And I'm going to sit that on top of my light. And I'm going to do another one. Because as they say, this is my channel and my stream. I can do what I want, right? I can change my mind. Look, I have glue all over this. I thought I got it all up. So I'm going to pull another piece of that paper. Wash that out. My dogs, you would think they're kept locked inside and never see another living thing. They've got to bark at everything they see. So let me get another piece. I think I do want to try some blue. Because then once this dries, I can do other stuff on it. Right? Lori, do it again, inserting color. I'm not sure I know what you mean, Holly, inserting color. Because they put color on the other one. Inserting color. All right, let's see. Of course, now I don't have clean water again. I need another little thing to put water in. Okay. What color should I try? Do another page with color, please. Okay. What color should I put together, huh? I was thinking some blue, and I probably have like a marine blue here. I have a color chart somewhere, but the words are all in Japanese, I think, so. Guess I should have, well, I might have a little glitter too. All right, so I'm just going to wet this paper down like I did before. I don't want to get too terribly wet. And flip. Paint this side. And I'm going to flip it again. And then go to my water brush. Any colors are fine. Okay. So let's do let's do this little test paper here because I don't. Oh yeah, that's a pretty color. Okay. And that's pretty. I think Cece did like spots where she would be imagining some flowers, different shapes like of flowers. And then I think she did some green. I'm really attracted to that green. It's kind of like a yellow green. And then I was going to use maybe some of this purple. I love me purple and green, girls. And then maybe we'll just add a little, I really like this. It's like a periwinkle blue to me. I feel like I'm out of control now. Too many colors. All right, so now I'm going to get a piece of the plastic wrap and try to get it on as neatly as I can. My fan is kind of messing with the, and then she just started squishing it. My paper's a little wrinkled, I will say. It's not laying down flat. Can you guys hear me okay? Now some orange would, oh, you think? I think it might be too late once I put this down. But I think you are right, Teresa. I think some orange would have looked really good in there. Let's see. What if I try to sneak some under? I'm thinking this, maybe the lighter orange. Don't tell. I'm sneaking it in. I'll just flip my other paper, see if it'll dry. See, I could do this all night. Okay, thanks, Teresa. I guess I could use the flip side of that plastic wrap too. I would just get my hands messy. I don't know. What do you think about that? You think less is more? Oh, good. Thanks, Jean. I feel like I'm talking low. So this was the first one. I really like that first one. Or I just didn't think about it and flopped down some color. Shall we do another? Rip out a couple of these babies. If you could see my work area, I have stuff all built up. I'm working on a project and I need some elastic cording, like the kind that we would use to put beads on to make those little stretchy bracelets. And so, thanks, Teresa. I really do like that first one. And I ordered some, but of course, everything now is to make those masks. So when I got the cording the other day, it was just too had too much elasticity for what I want it for. So I had to send that back, and now I'm waiting for some different cord to come. So I'm kind of like, I've got stuff pulled out everywhere for these journals that I'm doing, and I've got these file folders. Oh, Nancy, I went in the box of file folders finally. I didn't realize they had pockets. I almost had a stroke. I was so stinking excited. So I've been using those pockets to put my different projects in so I can keep all my bits together. All right, Teresa, now what color? What colors should I go for? I've got yellows, oranges, blues, purples. What do you think, Teresa? Teresa? Maybe she went to, did she already make dinner? How about some, what's this color? This has got to be a, oh, that's like a blue-green. Blue-green. This is more of a red purple. The other one was more of a blue purple. And then of course we have reds. That's more pinky. I am so attracted to orange anymore. Magenta. What if you used a rolling pin over the saran? Oh, that's an idea, Nancy. I've got a brayer here. That might squish it. That red's pretty nice. Let's do some of this red. I'm hoping that my paper is really wet enough. Let's do some of this. Now I'm mixing in my tray, which I probably shouldn't do. Jean, are you still with us or did we lose you? All right, what goes? The bread is, yeah, the red is white. That bright, yeah, that's true. What goes good with red and orange? Something really weird. Look at that. Oh, yeah, girls, let's do that. let's do that. I'm going to have to clean up my paints. Yeah, see, I got a little dirty there with my paints. Of course, my water there is dirty too. All righty. Now, I just happened to steal this Glad wrap out of the kitchen. Don't tell Ron. But you can, mostly I use dollar store stuff. I don't know where I put my dollar store roll. I know you find that hard to believe, right, Holly? I'm so organized. The fan is taking the saran wrap and won't let me sit it down. Now, I don't know if the brayer will squish the saran enough. Ooh. That's like a rolling pin. Ooh. And I guess you could do this like jelly plating, that once it dries, I think I like my hands better. Once it dries, you could put more color on. Although you would Hi, book. Although you would reactivate, I guess, the watercolor, right? So I'm getting a little bit of darkness here where the purple and the red are kind of mixing. So I've got a bit of brown. Maybe I need to, let me turn my sprayer. I'm giving this another dose of water. And I'm going to fight with my plastic wrap again. Really get it to dance on that paper. I was thinking your hubby wouldn't let you use the rolling pin. Probably not. Just like Kathy, it was Colleen's husband the other night when she was dumping that golden matte medium on the cookie sheet pan. How are we going to make cookies? Now I think it's too wet. All right, plan B. Let's get some other texture in this. That one's really, really kind of ugh, I think. I think initially, maybe my paper wasn't wet enough, and maybe my paint was not wet enough either, and I got too much of a blob, and then it didn't move. I'm going to do one more, and then we're moving on. All right, girls, one more, and then we're moving on. Check see, this is almost dry, so timing is everything. I'm going to really douse this. All right. I'm going to use I picked up some, I didn't clean off my glass. I picked up some color. From my work surface. So we'll give this a little wipe, and then I'll make sure I work on that. All right, now for the wet down with my clean water. And this, I picked up some other paint, so I'm going to just leave that be the back. And I think that's the textured side. So this is going to be smooth sailing on this side, girls. Smooth sailing. All right. Now let's go with, let's try this blue. Oh my goodness. I still have some green in my brush. Whoa. That's really dancing. Woo! Look at that. Sweet. Ooh, that is cool. All right. Then let's do some of this blue. And this is that red purple. And I think I need a third color. I would think so. Roll it. Skates probably would also. Like your cutter with the finger holder. Oh, my little blade. Yeah, I love that little blade. I'm going to go back to this light orange. Autofocus doesn't like that color. Oh, sorry, girls. I'm not even looking at the screen. See, and then I get myself in a tizzy because I'm thinking, oh, it's starting to dry and I can't get the paper off the roll. The plastic wrap. If you get a chance to look at some of those videos that Creations by Cece puts up, she's really good. And she's real easy to listen to. And she tries all kinds of stuff. She does all kinds of like experiments. I did Christmas cards, watercolor Christmas cards that I thought turned out real cute by listening to one of her videos. They were very simple and very easy to do. In fact, she had you tape off your paper. Now this was a messed up one because I had a drip. But she showed you how to do all this. And I mean, they turned out really cute. And then I did other ones that were just a Christmas tree. And they were fun. And really, for a beginner, you know, it had pretty good results. I think this one's going to look cool, too. Now, like I said, she said leave it sit overnight. So I'm pushing the envelope by picking that up. I should probably leave one sit overnight and see what would happen. But it might be so beautiful I won't be able to stand it. That's how I am with doing the paper boils and stuff. I can't wait to take it apart. This here looks like it's a piece of plastic. I think when that dries, that's going to look really cool. So I could probably use that for another butterfly background. And I do have my autofocus turned off, so I don't know what the... Hey, Heather, how you doing? Hi, Nicole. Thanks for stopping in, girls. That looks cool, right? All right. Put that to dry now. Let's look up this and dry this here. Up. And this is my original, so I'm going to go with this. And for right this second, I'm going to move my paints. Well, maybe this will work this way. Where you guys, can you see that well enough? You got to go fix the internet. I need to take a sip of water. Okay, now I'm not very good at drawing things that are going to the left. I'll tell you right now. They're pointing, pointing to the right. I'm better going this way. But if I want to eyeball it and try to get it to look like that, I probably should, do it the way it looks. So I'm going to try to sketch as lightly as I can. And I'm just, you know what else I was going to do? I was going to see how in this picture they've got leaves behind here. I was going to stamp behind that butterfly, but I guess I don't really need it. Okay, I'm really nervous. All right, I can't really see the screen. My camera's hanging right in front of. Okay, turn the page. Hi, Candy. Another Jersey girl in the house. So I think I want to start with the body. And it's just a really simple shape, and the size is also an issue for me. So, but hey, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. It is what it is. So I'm just gonna, and I usually erase a lot, and I don't know that I can really erase with having this watercolor underneath. So I'm going to put his head there. And so like his little head ends here, and that first first wing starts coming out this way. And then right above where his body starts to indent a little bit, it comes out this way. And the wing comes down alongside of his body, comes out a little bit here, and we just kind of make it round. Angle butterfly, different direction. Oh, well, it's too late, huh? I'm going this way. And this, it's not straight in there. Look, there's a little. So he's not perfect. Kind of goes up and then comes around up into that part of his body. And then we're going to come around this way. Now, I probably should have left that space empty because, see, I'm going to want to put blue paint over that, but maybe I'll use acrylic and it'll cover it. Ha ha! There's more than one way to skin a cat. Oh, sorry, cat lovers. Yes, they are. Butterflies are hard. Oh, yeah, but I need to practice. I can always get one side of the butterfly wings good. Yeah, I should have done half it like he was coming on the page and only did half of them. But, all right. So then this is going to be black in here. And it's wider here and narrower down here. And then around here, it's like a little band. And that kind of ends right there. And then this line comes up. And then the line continues here. It's almost like a little bric-a-brac kind of a thing. Oh, I want that. Well, it's going to be black, so I'm going to make this a little deeper. All right. And if I was by myself, I'd be twirling this paper. Twirling. Like Dee Dee says. She tries not to twirl when we're all watching. And is Nancy and Jean still here, or do we lose them? I don't want to put Jean asleep. Okay. So, and then there's a lot of white lines, but I think if I just paint that, his body is kind of gray. And his body's got little, little lines, little separations, and some white. His head's really dark. And it's my first try, okay? Why can't you twirl, Lori? Yeah, I can. I can, Holly. So this I think I need to make rounder. And I think what I'll do is I will use my acrylic paint and see how that goes to fill that in. Mine's a little fatter than, but that's okay. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with things being a little chubbier. Look how this one looks as it's starting to dry. You can see the lines where that plastic wrap. Not so much down here, but up there I think looks cool. This one I think is a hot mess. This one's still pretty wet. And you don't really see, this one was so wet, so you're not really seeing. When I'm done this stream, I think I might do another one and let it sit overnight with a plastic wrap on it and see how that turns out. All right, now I need to pick out a blue acrylic paint. And normally that's not a problem, except that I've got so much stuff stacked in front of my paint wheel. Talk about not being able to twirl. See, if I don't do spur of the moment with the live streams, I just don't do it. I get too unnerved and I think about it too long and then I don't do it. And I'm trying to grow my channel, so I think I need some live time in order to do that. Hey, Jean, good. Okay. Jean, you could do this on a card, honey. You could cut this down and you could put this as a background on a card. I think I'm going to use bright blue. And I need some black. I'll use my folk art black and my Deco Art Americana bright blue, and then I need some white paint. Oh, my white paint's right there, so that's great. And then I'm going to little paint in my little paint dish, which these are really a pain to use. Well, they're a pain to clean, actually. And then I need to find some brushes that'll work. See, and that's pretty easy, Jean. You just slap that on there. Actually, probably you could do it with the inks. Just stamp the inks on and spritz a little water on there and put your plastic wrap on. That would probably work, right, Holly? I think that color's fairly close to what it looks like. Now I'm going to paint the whole thing blue except for the body of the butterfly. Just so happens my grays are on this side of the wheel, which is terrific. So I'm going to pick out maybe some hippo. Put a little hippo gray. This is an old ceramic coat color. A lot of my paints are, gosh, I've had them for years from my ceramic days. And I'm just going to use my cheap little number 4 Princeton filbert brush because I'm very hard on my brushes, and so I don't spend a lot of money on my own brushes. So I'm just going to actually his body looks a little bit blue as well, so I think I'm just gonna, that's way too blue. I'm gonna make his body a blue-gray. Now this is just for fun, and it's just for an art journal page for myself, and just to practice drawing and getting more comfortable with drawing butterflies. Whether you want to add one to your journal page, a greeting card, or just do a little painting. Say you want a painting for someplace in the house that you just want. You need a little pop of color and you'd like to have one of your own pieces. Sorry. We're very popular here.
From Bradford Formula.
A lot of times we can't find our phones. We have a landline and we have our cell phones. And we have a hard time remembering where we put the last. We got like 4 or 5 of them. And they're all over the house and we forget where we put them. I'm going to add a little white in this and lighten this up a little bit. So at this point, once you get this much done, it's almost just like coloring, really. And I'm sure not every spring azure butterfly has the same coloring, right? Because they're all individuals. Just get the basic look down. And then I was thinking I could put the name on the butterfly. I don't know why I put those other lines in, because I know it's going to paint right over them. Duh. I should have mixed all that blue. Thanks, Heather. Next time, I'll have to remember to think a little more, plan it out a little better, and think about where I'm going to actually put the butterfly, and then not put the watercolor there, because I think I really would have liked to have used the watercolors to paint the butterfly. Because some of the blues that I have in the watercolors are really pretty, and I think would have looked really nice. Although I am generally more comfortable using acrylics. And I was doing those snowmen, I guess that was last week. Of course, I didn't do anything else to them yet. I should have had those finished so I could show you them finished, but I didn't. Like I said, I got myself really hung up on this project and not having what I need to finish it. One-track mind. I usually could do several things at once, but I'm excited about the project and I want to get it done because I have it worked out in my brain. Thanks, Jean. And I'm wanting to see if it's going to work. So let me tell you about this while I'm sitting here and just mindlessly filling in this little butterfly. Do any of you know Keisha's Creations? Well, she popped on, I think it was last night. And she was showing us, she lives in Alabama, I believe. Anyway, she went to a estate sale near where she lives. So she actually went to this. It wasn't online. She went to the sale, and she was showing us what she got. She got tons of lace. Oh my gosh, the lace this gal got. I don't know what the woman who had it, whose estate it was. I said, what was she doing, making underwear? I mean, the lace she got, it's just gorgeous. Anyway, so she got talking about that, and she's showing us her lace, and then she started mentioning about this card club kit. Oh, Jean, you would be interested in this, maybe. Anyway, she's got a group of ladies, and for a very little money, really, she'll send you every month. She sends you. There's two kits. One is an expanded kit where you get some extra goodies, and one is just the basic card kit. And it's not a competition, it's just for fun, and she sends you the pieces, and I think the instructions are like you have to use everything that she provides you, and then I guess I don't know if there's a theme. I'm sure instructions will come with it, but you have the month to do your card, and then on the 28th of each month you can upload a picture of your card Gosh, I don't know the name of the gal whose Facebook page that they uploaded to. I know her name is Liz, but I don't know her channel. I don't know her Facebook name. Maybe Heather, maybe you know who she is. I don't know who she is. Shoot, I forgot about that. Anyway, so it sounds like fun. You're going to do it, right, Laura? Is Laura still here? I think Jersey's going to do it too. So I signed my neighbor up for it and myself. So we're going to start in September, and it's just to increase your creativity, making cards, and just see what all the different gals do with the same pieces of paper or whatever Keisha sends us. It's a playing card and a glassine bag kit, then a larger kit. Oh, so it's always the glassine bag and the card? Oh, cool. Oh, yeah. Dream it, imagine it, create it. Thanks, Nicole. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. My neighbor Betty is 91, and she's really feeling the isolation of the COVID experience. Not that she did a lot, but she did go out and play pinochle, twice a week and some different things like that. And she's just feeling isolated. And so I think this will be good. I think this will be good for us to do. And we can kind of do it together. Okay, so now we got the big blue blob. And being someone who worked with acrylics, I like to float color and shade and do stuff like that. So I don't know. I just like to do it. So I'm going to hit this with my heat gun a little. And I'm going to take a little, I don't want to use that brush. Maybe I'll use this one here. I need some black paint. The card people did last month were really pretty. And yeah, they're the ones I saw, Heather. And she was showing a few of them. Gosh, I would say last night, but it was early this morning. we were because she went and fixed dinner. Keisha went and fixed dinner for her family, and then she came back on later, and that's when we got talking about that card kit. But my neighbor Betty has gotten a computer and trying to get her acclimated to the computer, and this will be really good for her. Okay, so I'm going to use my black to outline. I'm going to use this little liner brush. It's a 6/0, so it's going to make a little thicker line than what probably I normally would like, but that's okay. And I'm just watering the paint down a little bit, so it's more like an ink type consistency. You don't want milk. That's a milk consistency. That's too watery. And the paint right out of the jar is too thick. And what I'm doing is I'm dragging my wet liner brush and spinning it as I drag it to try to make the point of my brush as pointy as I can. I don't know if that'll clear up. I don't know if you really can see that. It's not focusing. Most of you understand what I'm saying. And then I'm just use my pinky finger to brace myself, and then I'm just gonna try to draw back in with not much pressure those lines that I drew in. For the butterfly. And I have a hard time talking while I do that. And if you feel like your brush is too wet, you just take off some of the liquid off on a paper towel. A paper towel soak it right up. Now, the more you want to try to stay up on the point of your paintbrush, and it practice. And the heavier you press down, the thicker your line's going to be. So if you stay up on your point, it's a thin line. Thin line. And if you press down, you're going to have a fat line. But there again, it's practice, and I love my liner brush. I love it. And so here we have the black of the part of this wing. And I'm going to go thicker here and then come down and narrower here. And then I'm just going to paint that in. Now, normally you probably would switch to maybe a number 1 round. I didn't pull out all my different brushes. I've got brushes everywhere. And I generally tend to buy the angle brush, the filbert, and the liner. I don't have too much in the smaller. I have number 1 liners, but not the short number 1s. And so the back edge of this butterfly wing, where the black is pretty smooth. But then this inside part here, it's little lines that kind of are being pulled, that we need to pull in. So I'm gonna twirl my trying to stay in camera and not knock my water over. My pencil. Ugh. It almost looks like a double line. We've got a little light line coming here, and then a little lines like this. And they're not real dark. They kind of are almost look grayish, really. And I shouldn't have finished that edge off the way I did. It's not as even as I made it. And we got another little line here, and little tiny lines this way, kind of making pieces of the like separations, you know, like other butterflies have those little patterns where the color is divided and it looks like black paint in between makes the sections. And then I'm just going to continue putting a little water on my brush and bringing out my black paint, thinning it out a little bit, and then I'm going to make my body line. The bottom is a little different. So it Looks like it's got a little rick-rack kind of a thing happening down here. It's got those gray black bits. I gotta make sure I'm on the right leaf here, or the right, I will say leaf, wing. I know it's a wing. So here it's kind of solid. It comes around, and then it kind of gets a little sketchy and kind of not a solid color. So I'm just kind of skipping my brush around. And then there's a little circle here. And then, geez, it almost looks like a little Happy Planner punch hole. And then I'm going to make the other little circle here with that little black spot in it. Then there's some white spots, and then it just kind of gets narrower. There's a little portion of one here. If I'm focusing and looking at the right wing. And then I just have to fill in around that. Those first couple, it's more solid. Lori has more patience than me. I would just use a Posca pen. Actually, Holly, I feel more comfortable with the paintbrush than the Posca. But I was thinking about using the Posca with the white. But there again, the white, I don't usually can't get the white to look like, you know, like Dee Dee's does. I hate to compare everything to Dee Dee, but she's so terrific. And I just, my white pencil doesn't look like hers. And there's just a little bit of black that's coming up on these little tiny bits here. And then just want to try to get the angle right of these, you know, lines coming down from these darker lines coming down from the butterfly body. And I didn't make my lines come down long enough from there. I'll have to go back and do that, but let's see. And the Posca pen would really make it a lot darker than what it is. Of course, I probably have a gray one too. But a lot of times with art, right, you just have to give the impression. Right, guys? It's getting a little too dark. And still need some black around here. And I was going to bring some of these lines out. Whew. Now I still got to do the other side. I don't have any brushes that, oh, I love this. I mean, really, the angle brush and the liner brush are my two favorites. And the filbert is a close third. When I started ceramics many years ago, there was a lady there. Her name happened to be Betty. And my mom was going to this ceramic class. My kids were little, like little. And my mom said, why don't you come out with us, you know, just for a night out. And so I did. And this gal Betty showed me how to use the liner brush. And I still can't do the swirly things up on the tip of the brush. I don't practice enough like they could do. But a couple of the girls there at that ceramic studio really knew what they were doing. And that's where I learned. Now I see here, my tail of my butterfly is much fatter than it should be. I didn't notice when I drew it and painted it. It comes down to a point. So this guy's got a big bottom. And I should have, brought this in a little bit more too. But he's going to have to live in my butterfly journal book the way he is. I've got to put his beady little white eyes in. I'm just putting some extra little shadow there. Okay, thanks, Nicole. Thanks for stopping in. Bye, Heather. Thanks for stopping in. All right. Now we have to do the other side. Once you get the feel for it, really, you just kind of use it like a pen or a pencil. Now this one you kind of came down a little bit and then back up and around. I do like that color blue. It's very pretty. All right. And now I want to do the same thing on this side, although I do see another little line here. And let's see. A bit wider here and narrow. And that's too dark too. It looks like, now that I keep looking at the picture, it's not really black. There's some patches of gray. See, this is what Dee Dee was saying, and in that one book that's called Drawing from the, what is that book? Drawing from the Right Side of Your Brain, or where it's your eyes. I mean, it's what you see, training your eyes to actually see what's there. And the more I work at that, the more I can, because when I first looked at this, it just looked black to me. But now I can see that it really isn't solid black. There's little patches of gray. And that helps it not look as flat. Gives it some shape. And on this wing, there's not much solid black here, just a little portion. And then it goes into those little circles. There's a lot more on this wing and this guy. And then kind of just, and it's more just, you have to make that noise to try to get it right. But like I said, you know, all these butterflies, they're not exact. So really, I don't think the butterfly police are going to hunt me down. Now this sign goes all the way around to here, and there's little teeny tiny, like almost like hash marks on this side. All the way around. Suze, hi. Thanks for stopping in. I'm trying to paint a spring azure butterfly. I don't even know where this guy lives. It should tell me right here. Across North America. So keep your eye out. He could be visiting a home near you. All right, so let's see. This is where I kind of mess up the way that the direction of how these things go. I don't always see that. I find myself, at least I feel like I'm a little dyslexic with this kind of stuff. And of course it doesn't, that's not good. That was a heavy stroke, in case you're wondering. Thanks, Suze. I'm going to rub that out. Way too many of that. All right, I need to pull in my little lines here. These are like little eyelashes to me. There's some gray here. I'm going to use some of this hippo gray, I think. See if I can put a little. It is a little gray and a little blue, bluish gray. My school colors were blue and gray. High school. Kind of makes the sections of that wing stand out a little bit. I'm going to see if I have a Posca pen that I can get to work. Yeah, put a little gray here. He's a big boy. go too crazy with them. You know what I'm saying? All right, now. Excuse me, I needed a little drink. The last time I shook a Posca pen, I had white paint everywhere. I'd never, up to that point, I'd never had one do that to me before. But boy, this thing, it went crazy. Oh, I'll use my cardboard. I guess the trick is to shake it with the lid on. That would be probably the best thing to do. And I think maybe I don't shake them as long as I probably should. So let's see. See if we can give this guy. Oh, see, it's made a big white bloopy dot. Okay, talk about bug eyes. Hey, Janice, how you doing? Thank you. Yes, put the lid on, put the lid on. Okay, so now I'm really nervous about making these white marks. There are some little black marks out the side of this wing over here. Maybe I can get those later, but I want to just kind of, and I don't, see, Dee Dee does that and it just looks so good. Her fingers are probably very little. Because I don't want bright white. This is why I like the paintbrush, I think, better. And I know I'm going to put my fingers in this dude's eyeballs. Oh, I just noticed I need a, pardon, I just put my arm across the screen there. He's got a little black mark right here. So let's give him that. Oh, he's got one on the other side. How about that? I didn't notice that until this second. So let's give him a little black mark there too, like little commas. But does the white watercolor, that's kind of translucent, right, Janice? It's not like an opaque solid. So you're saying if I use, oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, that might work. That might work. Or I could use my watered down acrylic white, right? I'm so much more comfortable with my acrylic paint. All right, let's see. Yeah, see, that's still kind of bright. And we kind of come in here and go like this. And he's got some dots here, some white. It's got a couple of dots down the side. And we've got some white scattered down here. Yes, translucent. It just kicked in my brain what you're telling me, and it makes sense. Well, I don't think a butterfly expert would say, oh yeah, that's the spring azure. He doesn't look too bad for my first try. These lines are a little thicker on this side. And we've got little dots all down in here. I'm going to have to do something with them googly eyes. Oh, thanks, Holly. You're so nice to me. girls are so nice to me. All right, so then this is going to go up over the top of that black comma. Now this way. And then I need some white here. Actually, some white over this black to tone down this black probably would look okay too. I think I do need some stamping. I need a black. Actually, I wonder if I could get my little, those Echo gel pens. Now, I've talked about Stephanie before. Stephanie, who has a channel that's called Deliberately Creative, right, Holly? Deliberately Creative. And she doodles, and her doodles are, oh, there it is, amazing. And she uses, she's been using lately these Eco pens. It's in a cardboard tube. This is very sharp, so you have to be careful. It comes with a little black cap, which I have laying here. Oh, there it is. It's minuscule. It's really tiny. But these really, I mean, the pen works great. But a couple of the ones that I purchased like skipped and didn't write as, I mean, most of them worked very well. So I don't know if this one's running out. So I went to order a new batch because I gave quite a few away, and I used up the rest because I was doodling quite a bit. I was thinking about doodling tonight, but decided to do the butterflies. And I ordered a new batch, and they came, and I didn't open them because I didn't need to right away. So I opened them the other day. They were ballpoint pens. They weren't the gel pens. So buyer beware. There are two kinds. They look exactly the same. They both say Eco Pen, but if you want this one, it's the gel pen. You want the gel pen, not the pen, ballpoint pen. And I mean, they were nice ballpoint pens, but I didn't need all those ballpoint pens. So this little guy's not gonna cooperate. I think he's running out of gas. I don't think he's got any ink left in him. And I don't think I have a black gel pen, I mean a black Posca out. And they're just not as thin as this Eco. It's a really nice, thin black line. So let's just do it this way. We're just going to make little dots like they have and make the little butterflies, little antlers. Like that. And I'm going to come in and see if I can give them an eye-ectomy. Put some dark around those big bug eyes I gave them. I think that looks a little better. Did I say antlers? All right. Now I'm thinking it needs something. It's going to need something else like down here. Maybe I should put his name in. Spring Azure. And I really should. You know what I think is amazing? Like most of us girls are in a lot of the different live streams, and we watch the same videos. And so we all we all know the same people. So I think, what if there's 16 of us in here. We all know Dee Dee Willingham, right? And Mary Abrams. The thing that amazes me about those two gals, like when they're drawing in pen or working in paint, and like Mary's been doing those dogs, or when Dee Dee does, her, we come up to October and she's doing all those ink drawings. If they make a mistake, most times they don't start over. Like, they know how to fix it. Like, how would I fix this right here? He's too fat here. He should be narrow here. So I guess, do I just paint over it with the blue? I mean, it's amazing to me how, I'll just take a little bit off of here, and somebody's face, it doesn't look out of whack anymore, and they just fix it right before your eyes. That's just amazing to me. I don't know how to do that. Years and years and years of practice. Yeah, I guess so. But I want to do it now. I'll give this guy a little smaller booty. Needs a smaller booty. Now, I think I will punch holes in this and put this in my book with my butterflies. How long have we been here? We've been here a couple of hours, not quite 2 hours. It doesn't look too bad. I think I should have probably put them maybe down a little further. Maybe I'll put Spring Azure down here, and I'll put the date, and then I can put them in my book. So I'll pop this back in. Janice, I was saying when I started, I had taken apart a book of butterflies and birds to use pages in journals that I'm building. But these butterflies were just so darn pretty. So I punched some happy planner holes in all the butterflies and thought I might then start building a practice drawing butterflies and try to mimic what I have in the book. Antlers on a butterfly probably would be very cool. So let's see. It's only 8 o'clock here. I feel like doing something else. Maybe we'll doodle a little. I found my doodle book. I have been drawing and working in a different book. So I thought about maybe doing a drawing in here. This is, I think some of you probably heard me say I purchased this for really a great price. And so I started doing some drawings in here. So this is another art book. Watercolor won't cover, but acrylic will. Yeah, I watched the Art Sherpa. Okay, and Ginger Cook. Oh, and they cover Boo Boo. Oh, okay. I haven't heard of Ginger. I'll have to check her out. So as you can see, I've been fascinated with these birds. And here's a couple other butterflies that I'm trying. And then I tried some melting sun, some crayon like Mary's been doing. As you can see, mine didn't go as well as hers goes. I have no idea how that woman can draw animals using melted crayon. She's amazing to me. Absolutely amazing to me. Anyway, this kind of looks like alligator skin or something. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with that. So then I just did some wild flower, just some crazy little wild flowers. But this isn't my doodle book. This is a drawing book. And I found this online, so I copied and drew that. And my daisies. And my ugly man pumpkin. There he is, Hal. He needs a lot of work. Thanks, Janice. I love those birds, too. They were on packaging of some paper my husband brought me home. And then this is, I was working on this last night. Still have some, of course, I dropped ink on there, and I have to finish a few things yet. So that's in progress. And then, of course, I was drawing some eyeballs in here, too. So this is kind of a catch-all. But Holly and I have been doodling with Stephanie from Deliberately Creative, and I'm trying to get our doodle on. So let's doodle. I think I do have a video where I did some doodling, but I don't think I've ever done it live. Of course, now I'm really going to want one of my pens. And hopefully that doesn't fall over and have an avalanche. I decided, I don't know if that camera is too close. I decided that I was going to draw boxes and do doodles inside of my boxes. And then Holly and I started kind of doodling together, and Holly's done some great stuff too. She does different shapes, and she's been doing hearts and all kinds of stuff that are really cool. But let me just do a little quick. So what I did was I picked up this, I think this was at a Five Below, and I like the color, but look, see, it's all scratching off. It's just $5. Oh, here's the birds, Jan. This was just, from a paper pad, and I just love them. So I've been drawing them everywhere. Thanks, Jean. Love you, honey. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. And so I found I made a little pocket in the front where I can put some things. And then I found a couple of templates where I can easily put my shapes in. And then I made a list in the front of things that I wanted to doodle. So my first one were dragonflies. So I made my squares, and then I just doodled in. And then I've been coming back in with my Neo 2 crayons, which I absolutely love. I'm not crazy about the back side, so I'm thinking I might do something with them, but whatever. So turtles, ladybugs, kitty cats. And some of them are works in progress, like I haven't finished the clouds. I get started and maybe wasn't too thrilled with my clouds, so kind of looking or trying to still think of some other cloud ideas. Got my suns, my moons. I haven't found some different moons that I'm happy with. Worms. Okay, who draws worms? I don't know. I thought, well, some of those worms look cute. And I'll just go on my phone and Google whimsical whatever and see what pictures I like. And then dedicate a page to them. Shoes in progress. Sneakers. Kind of not too thrilled with my pigs. I think these guys turned out okay, but some of these pigs are a little scary. Like my ice cream page, except for my spoon. I still haven't fixed my spoon. Mushrooms. This girl's name is Tracy Scott. If you want to look at some cute little whimsical images, she's got some cute little animals. So I kind of mimicked her animals on that page. Fruit salad and some other crazy shoes. I have a book of crazy shoes. And I think these were little images that oh, right. I remember that. Yeah, I saw that one too, Jens. Yeah. I can't believe she did so well with her left hand. These little images, I think, are in one of the Daphne Diary magazines. They look like little animal pots. I thought they were cute. Now, this is really doodle heavy. Now, Holly's doodles are really great because she fills in with a lot of this stuff. And I'm not big on coming up with ideas of how to fill in this space. So that's a learning thing. I'm working on that. But then I did a lot of pages ahead where I just felt like putting my squares in. These are houses. Yes, I did start before Holly. We got her into her art room, and she found a couple of books that she could use as a doodle book. But I said to Holly yesterday, I haven't doodled in a while, and now I don't know if I have a doodle pen, which is really a bummer. This is supposed to be my summer page, and of course I'll go back in and color. Holly, have you put any color on your pages, or you're doing straight up doodle so far? Maybe you're not going to do color. I just love my Neos. These are more butterflies I'm going to do. So I'm just going to show those of you that are still here just real quick. Now, I found this template in my stash of stuff that I didn't really realize I had. I don't even know who these are by, and I'm sure they're not for this purpose. Oh, Fisker. They're my Fisker. And I didn't realize that I have these deckled edges. Like you're supposed to use the edges to rip paper. They're supposed to go into a binder. And I don't really know how you're supposed to use them, but I've been using them to draw the squares in my doodle book. And I wish I could tell you I knew where I had another one of these pens that worked. So I just go around and make my boxes however I want. And I try to get them, a different variety of sizes. And I just lay them out on the page however I like. This guy's really out of gas. I hate to throw them out. Fish, yes. And Stephanie did lures, fishing lures, but I haven't gone back. I started those, but I haven't gone back to do the fishing lures. And I thought they were really cute, her fishing lures. And then we were doing a couple of scenes she was doing. Now, I watched one of her videos a couple days ago, and she was giving tips. Oh, that was dumb. She was giving tips on how to increase your ability to draw. Like if you drew just like 5 or 10 minutes a day, and then she was connecting your ability to write words and print words with doodling. So basically what she was saying was, you have to watch the video. It's great. I mean, it's really, really brilliant, actually. She was saying, if you write, say you write, "You are so great." You've been able to make the letter O. So she makes the letter O. And then she said, so what's the letter U? You've drawn the letter U there. So you can use the letter U this way to make petals on a flower. And really, when you break it down, that's what it is. It's all what you've already done when you've written out some words. And so she goes through and she's connecting how you write and how you can take those skills to doodle. brilliant. I mean, it's brilliant. And it's encouraging for people who, like my friend Jean that was here, she said, I can't draw. But I said, I think all of us can do more than we think we can. But you have to want to do it. I get that. So anyway, so that's what I do in my doodle book, make my grids. And then some nights, if I don't feel like paying attention or the brain's not, hitting on all cylinders, I'll just go in with my Neo 2s and color in the backgrounds. So now I need to find a pen to doodle with. See, here's where I was starting to do the lures, and I didn't finish. So let's pick a page, and then I have to pick a topic, and then I have to find a pen. Now I have gel pens and stuff, but if I go back in with a gel pen with Neo 2 over top, I think it smears. I don't think the gel pen is permanent. Right? I'll do the pink page. Well, I guess I should decide what I might like to try to doodle. Boats, airplanes. I think I'll take a break from butterflies. Birds, mailboxes, books, kites, rabbits, brushes, pants, shirts, vases, glasses, circles. Owls. Stephanie was doing owls. Rocket ship, hats. I like that pink color. So I'm thinking maybe hats. Or maybe monsters. Whimsical monsters. Yes, I did watch a few of Lizzie's. I haven't watched them all. I feel like I'm behind them. I get myself in a rut and I feel like I'm behind. And I don't always think to put Lizzie's videos on while I'm sitting here messing around with stuff, and I should do that. I guess I could use a Sharpie, but see that the paper in my book is not real smooth, and I think a Sharpie might bleed. I wonder if I doodled in green, how weird that would look. I could come back later. I upgraded to have my pens get here sooner, but of course they're not. I think maybe they come tomorrow. It's kind of the same paper over here. I wonder if this is might be okay. Green may not be the best color to doodle in, but it might look cute with this here pink. I know, right, Janice? For sure. But I have all this stuff I just want to do. I want to try. And I have a phone here somewhere. Let's see. So I'm going to look up whimsical hats. And then I'm going to choose images and see if I get anything. Sometimes there's not anything real. Ooh, terrific. Oh, look at this one. How cute is that? I don't know if I can do that, though. Light blue will work. Yeah, that's true, Suze. But see, Suze, I have to remember where I put them. Where did I put my... I could do pencil too and then just trace it all later. I don't remember where I put all my... I have a whole new batch of these. My hubby brought them home for me. And I don't remember where... Oh, hold on. Hold the phone. Or Sharon Marlowe would say, holding on. If you hear a loud noise, you know I've had a craft-a-lunch. Oh, I do love that hat. Did I put him in here? Well, this is where the Poscas are. Oh, I can use a Sharpie, right? I can use a Sharpie pen. That'll work. Let's do that. Sharpie pen it is. Woohoo! Now, the idea with the doodle is that I'm not using a pencil. Yes, the modern witch. I'm not using a pencil and I'm not erasing. So I have to live with whatever I doodle in my book. That's why some of these, don't look so great. Excuse me, don't look so great because I didn't go back like these pigs or these shoes. I didn't go back. They just have to stay, ugly. So we'll see. I love pink and green together. Me too, Janice. I do. All right. So I'm just going to doodle. And if anybody else wants to doodle, please join me to doodle. And I hope my glare on my phone is probably... I got to still figure out why my camera jumps. I have the autofocus off. I know it doesn't seem like I do, but okay, I do. So now I have to choose the box. So maybe I'll do it here because I want it down low because I want to be able to get that. So I'm just going to do a little band. This kind of goes out this way. This really goes out this way. And I'm going to bring the rim down low. And I don't care if I come out of my square. And it all has these little segments. And but Holly, your leaves and your mushrooms, oh my gosh, they are beautiful. This kind of just has like ribs, it looks like, that come around. This is plain here. And a lot of this would have to be, to really look like the picture, would have to have shadowing. I'm not going to be able to do that with doodles. It's just not, I'm just not, I'm learning. This is all plain. So I think I'm just going to squiggle in here and fill this in. See, and I'll come back with my Neo 2s and give some color here. I probably will paint that in. I'm out of frame. Oh, Suze, thanks. That probably bled through to the other side. And maybe I'll do just like little dots here to try to fill in. So a lot of times at night, my husband gets up pretty early for work. And he's very reasonable, and he goes to bed at a very decent hour, unlike me. But see, about now, I'd be heading into my comfy chair, and I either color or I'll practice drawing my eyes or whatever I'm trying to practice. I might draw a little, or that's when I'll doodle for a little bit. I usually color a little bit each night. So now I need a couple different ideas for some other hats that I think I can draw. Oh my gosh. Look at this guy's hat. It's kind of like the same thing, but a little different. That would go good here. Sometimes I just like to go like this. And there would be a face under there, and I just do a hat here. I think this pen's about out of gas too. I'm just not doing too good with my pens tonight. I should do the sorting hat somewhere. Oh, I don't want this marker. And I have this little book. I was saying it's my little doodle book when I get ideas. Becca Rochelle? No, or Russell. No, I don't know that name, Janice. What does she do? Does she draw? Do you like to draw, Janice? Is that mostly what you do, watercolor and stuff like that? I love squiggly lines. I was thinking the next thing I wanted to do, I was thinking about doing that too. I haven't done anything like Tam Laporte does either. I haven't done that in a while. I love her stuff too. I'm waiting to see what Janice says, what Becca does. But I really do like my doodle book, even though it's not perfect. And I should probably have dated them when I did them. I don't know if I dated some of them or I just haven't dated any of them. But now I wish I had dated when I did the page. So if you're going to do anything like that, this might be something you want to think about. I probably should do a baseball cap, right? Put the Phillies logo on there. I forgot they played today. Cool. I would like to get better at the watercolor. Yeah, see, I'm used to acrylics because of the ceramics from years ago, and then I painted on wood. And like my last video, my last live, I did. Where's one of these guys? This is acrylic. See, this is the kind of stuff I'm used to doing, painting on glass sometimes or bottles. This is just masonite. Um, Murray talks about that David Jansen. His stuff is really cool, but he paints on this kind of board. But my husband would cut me out shapes and I would paint. So that's what I first learned on. So I guess I think a lot of times that's what your comfort zone is, because what you start out with, Becca bought my, oh, how nice, Janice. Yeah, I don't know her name either. How sweet, though. Oh, that's cool. Lovely. I mean, I wonder how she even got to see your wish list, right? Yeah, right. Especially if she can see your wish list. I thought only like your family could see your, but I guess you can make it public. I don't know. That is so cool. How nice. All right, so I'll do some more viney things up there. I need to find me another hat. I need to look at stuff. I can't just come up with things in my head because I just need to look at it. Oh, how about like a Mad Hatter kind of a hat? Or like this is like a steampunk one. I don't have to do it, that terrific, but I could do the basic shape, right? So we have I think I'm going to do a tall skinny hat there. So let's do kind of an oval. I thought you were going to tell us that Becca does some kind of art on her channel. Her name's not in any of the groups. Yeah, right. I can't really see that part. I'm going to make a feather here. I don't think that looks so good. it'll look better once I put some crayon on it. Really, Holly? Oh, that's cool. You must have done something. You girls must have done something that, influenced somebody or you know, they were encouraged by something you said or did. That's really nice. That's great. That's really happy mail. Yeah, I guess that's the way to go, because I guess there's no way. Was there an email? I guess they probably wouldn't give you an email address, right? To be able to send her a thank you. But you know, there are so many people too that it's like me, I go by Paint Girly. So really, unless I would tell somebody who I am, you know, Becca could have a different kind of a name for her channel or whatever. You know, we might know her as, you know, I don't know, pick something crazy, you know, and she could be quiet and not talk too much. I don't know. I just ordered a die cut that Jean wanted. I'm a little more familiar. I think I should have curled this in with ordering stuff on, say, like eBay or wherever. Called Relate with Becca. All right, Candy, good for you. Janice, Candy's asking if it came from Texas. Ooh, we've got a little detective there. Good job, Candy. Anyway, I forget what I was saying. Yep, just went out of my head, whatever I was saying. Oh, my girlfriend Jean. So I ordered these die cuts and had them shipped to her house. Well, I messed up. I didn't get the post office box number on there. Anyway, they were going to ship them back, but I could send a message to the seller on eBay, but I couldn't actually see an email address, and I can see why they would keep that private. I think this is considered doodling, even though I'm just really kind of making little hashtag marks and lines. Wonder if that did go through my Sharpie. Yep. So I don't really want to do that again. Maybe I'll just color these in. Okay, now I need to do some kind of little, see, this is what I don't know, like to do little doodads around the frames. I ordered some lace. I was telling Holly I ordered some lace from a seller on Mercari, MERCARI.com. Laura said she doesn't really see anything there that she liked, but I've root around. I don't know, maybe I looked too hard, but I saw this gal had like a lot, not a lot, a lot of lace. And let me show you what I got. I love lace. I'm not a girly girl, so I don't love lace like that, but I love lace to decorate my tags and pages in my journals and whatnot. So I got this lace. It's probably not vintage. There's a piece in here, I guess. She has marked one piece 48 inches and one piece is 6 yards. This would be good for tags or in a journal because it's not real big. I know, Holly, I am. But it's just so adorable. Look at that. I'm going to try to be good. And I can't even tell. I mean, I don't know. This is just like a bunch of little threads. It doesn't look crocheted or anything. I don't know. Oh. And this is like a little doily, but I could cut this apart, right? Use those little squares. I mean, I could use it as a doily. I wonder if the lady that I bought them from made these things. Because really, I mean, this is rounded at this end. It's flat on this end. Maybe this was attached and it was longer and she only had this piece of it. But I could cut that apart, I think. This one, there's one 28-inch piece, a 17-inch of this. Look, she had it all taped and marked. How cute is she? Look, 17 inches. And I like the ecru color stuff because then I don't have to coffee dye it or tea stain it. You know what I'm saying? But that will look great on the, I mean, that's enough to do a tag or on a page. Look, I got 2 pieces. This looks more like underwear lace to me. Don't get your panties in a knot. Really, Candy? Was it me? Am I the person that you know that orders from there often? I love it. I, I I love rooting around and looking at stuff. Well, like Mary, you can't go thrifting anymore. I just love digging and rooting around and stuff. I don't know. I don't think I was like this when I was younger. I think I just got like this the last couple of years. But this is pretty too, right? It's real simple. Oh, Becca. We'll have to check Becca out. This one, I think I was drooling over something that Keisha had because it had points like this. And I opened up my stuff and I thought, oh, cool. Look at that. I've got the same kind of, I love these little points. Now this looks crocheted. I think that's cool. And this is already nice and stained up, man. I like that. I have a journal that I'm working on the back page. I think I got rabbit trail. Woohoo! Look at me, a rabbit trail. I'm getting a little bored with my doodling. I think I'm about ready to get off of here. But anyway, the page, I don't know what I did. It's a little crooked, so I need to try to fix. And I think maybe this little piece here will look good in my journal that I'm working on. This one I'm not too sure about. It's kind of thick but I think, I don't know if that's supposed to be an apple. Like right here, because it looks like an apple and then leaves. It's not too bad. Use it somewhere. And most of this stuff, oh, there's another one with these points. And most of it's like soft and like a heavier, not thin like this. You know, this is the stuff you have on your bra. Okay. So that's not too bad. That looks like the other kind of, the stitch is a little different, but I like these little points. This one, I don't like this top part. I always take that off so I can flatten the lace out flat. And then I use that part I take off. I use that to make little bows and stuff. See, that's a cute one too, right? That'll come in handy. Now this is more underwear lace. This is wider. But it's a beautiful color. It's like an eggshell. It's really pretty. I really love it. You know, on top of a page. Love it. And look, she had this wrap different than I've ever seen before. It's like a little crisscross thing she had going on here. How cute is that? I don't know. There's something wrong with me. And then I got two big hunks of this. I love this. Look at this. This will look beautiful in a book. I love it. Okay, so you want to see the project I'm working on that I'm frustrated with? And then I'll cut out. Cut out of here. I'm making flow journals. Christmas flow journals. Okay, so the flow journal, which I didn't know anything about, is the pages aren't attached in the book. You probably already know this. They're not attached in the book. And everything in the book you're supposed to be able to pull out and use for whatever. Making cards, you know, your own journal, art project, mixed media. Just can take the whole book you're supposed to be able to take apart. I know, I love that last one, right, Hal? And use what's in it. So I'm trying to make these flow journals, but you need the elastic to hold the pages in, and I can't get the elastic to hold in my pages. Now this is a small one. I've got a couple bigger ones that I'm waiting for the elastic. So I made this out of an envelope, and I put a little belly band on the front. Now this, I have to put some kind of a reinforcement here and attach some kind of a closure where I can wrap it around the book and tie it. But I had a piece of this, like Christmas, you used to wrap presents in this stuff, right? You know how like you get a box of candy and it would just have the little elastic band around the corners. I have red and green and white that I purchased to make loops for my light bulb ornaments, but it was too thick and it was stretchy. Do you think I can find that? I've been in every Christmas box I can think of and I can't find it. I can't imagine I threw it out. Okay. Are you leaving at 9? Yeah, I could. Why? You got to be, are you making dinner, Kyle? Yeah, I'm just going to show you real quick. So this is what I'm talking about, this elastic band that I'm waiting to come in. But you just put these pages in, and then you stick stuff in with washi tape, or however you want to do it. So this is one reason why my workspace here is a mess, because I have all little bits and pieces of these books laying around that aren't attached into anything because I'm waiting for my elastic band to come. So I've got, I think, 3 small Christmas ones, and I think I'm working on 3 big Christmas ones. See, like this is a little cluster, but I just stapled that on so whoever could take that off and use that on a tag or whatever. So this is why I'm frustrated. See, and this is a little pocket here. I just threw some glitter paper in there. I didn't put anything in the front pocket, but this is already too chubby. And see, I need to figure out a way to get that to close and tie shut. All right, sweetie, I'm going to go. Girls, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you probably somewhere on the web. And don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. Bye, guys. Hal, enjoy your dinner. Talk to y'all later. Good night. I can't find my mouse. I need my mouse, girls, so I can close this baby down. There it is. Good night.